Hello. I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing something different. I was told that I've outgrown my background. So I'm in the process of changing it. I didn't want to record today because it wasn't done, but I was like, yeah, you can't not record just because that's not done. So I've been in here after running errands with my mom, painting and organizing and trying to figure out just what I'm going to do to my backdrop. Um, so it inspired something because I was really, really, really frustrated today. Um, really because I just wanted to stay in the house and get done the things I needed to get done, and I couldn't. I had to do other stuff for other people. Um, but I realized, I read something that said you may not see where you are today, but soon you'll look back and realize where God was trying to take you, and what He was doing in your life. I understand that. I understand that. And I have to just keep on being who I am and make myself available to those people that need me the most. Um, and sometimes, I got to put me on the back burner to do it, but my sacrifices don't go unseen, they don't go unknown. Um, and they surely won't go unrewarded in the end. But change, change. I did not want to change. I felt like, okay, this is my room, this is how it is, whatever. I'm not changing it for what? And eventually I started embracing the change. And then gradually I buy a little something, I have a little idea, I buy a little something, and my cousin, she shot me a lot of ideas, and kind of tweaking one of her ideas and bringing it to life. Um, I didn't want to change. I didn't want to change because I had got comfortable with it. And now that I'm changing it, I'm so excited to be changing it. And I just want to see it all come together. Um, Now, I just have a vision. I don't really know where I'm going with it. It's just a vision. And I pray that it all comes together the way that I'm envisioning it. Change is not a bad thing. Change is not a bad thing. Change is an awesome thing, and we need to be changing more. We get so complacent. We get so consumed and so attached with our routine of things. We don't want to venture outside of it, and we have to. We have to. That's the only way we're going to see, understand, and realize the new possibilities that await us. We have to be open and embrace change. We really do. It may seem scary. I mean, something as small as this. And that's just because sometimes I fall into a routine. And sometimes I just get comfortable with the way things are. Um, and yeah, that was one of the things. I just got comfortable with it. And I was just like, why do I need to change it? It's all right the way it is. But it's good, it's refreshing. It really is refreshing. And now it really makes me want to change my whole room around, to be honest. Uh, but there's very little space in here, so I just got to work with the little bit that I have. Um, Change is a wonderful thing. You know that thing we could do, spring cleaning. We need to do a lot of that in our lives, not just in our closets and the spaces around us, but the spaces inside of us. We need to do some spring cleaning. We need to clean some things. We need to change some things around. We need to give away some things. We need to throw some things away. We don't need everything. We really don't. We really don't. Some of these things that we hold on to and that we're keeping, we don't need to hold on to. They're benefiting us not. They're only hindering us, hurting us, and keeping us stagnated, keeping us down. So we have to let go of some of these things. Somebody that I try to be a friend for, I swear, rubbed me the wrong way this weekend. And I was like, you know what? Mm-mm. Nope, I can't. I can't. I can't be a friend to you because you don't know what it is to be a friend to me. And that's the bottom line. The bottom line. Now, I'm going to block the numbers, but some people find a way to reach out to you anyway. I just pray that after the conversation that we had today, that he understands that this doesn't work for me. It's a change. It's a change. You can't help everyone. And sometimes I fall into that, just want to help people. And I see people hurting. And I just want to, be something, be a part of the comfort, be a voice, be an ear, whatever, just to help, to assist. Because I hate to see people going through rough times. I know oh so well what it's like to be going through some things and don't have anyone to reach out to, or just no one cares at all. I know what that's like. I've been there and done that. So I have, I guess God has given me the ability to see that in people. And so I try to be available to them. I really try to be available to them because I don't want them hurting. And I try to help them through the process of their pain, but you can't help everyone. You can't help everyone. And the reality is, if they don't want to help themselves, there's really nothing you can do. And I've come to that realization that this young man does not want to help himself. So there's nothing that I can do for you. Nothing. My words fall on deaf ears. My actions go unseen, unnoticed. You don't feel, or see or understand what I'm doing to try to assist you in your process. So I have to remove myself from it because what happens is I tend to take on your stuff like it's mine and it's not mine, and I don't have to take it on and I don't have to deal with it. I have a choice in the matter and I choose not to. So I had to choose me over him. And in at first, it was just like, dang, well, maybe I'm being a little hard. Mm-mm. God put it on my heart that it's better for me. It's better for me. I don't need that extra because I already have a lot that I'm carrying, and I need to shed some of that weight. I need to get rid of some of those things, because they stop me. They're holding me back. So part of my change, because I'm changing this inside this what I call my studio. Part of my change is changing me and understanding that I can't help everyone. And it's not my responsibility nor my place. I can do what I can do for you. But if you don't want to help yourself, I have to remove myself from the situation once that is seen. Once that is seen and understood, I have to remove myself because it only stops me in my progression at that point. Because I'm giving so much of me to you that I'm taking away from others that really, really may need me. And most importantly, myself. Myself. So we have to do some cleaning. We have to clean some people out. We got to clean some situations out. We got to clean some things out inside of us. Get rid of them and just stop holding on to them. Change is a wonderful thing. It's beautiful to look around and see something different when you're used to the same old thing. It's a wonderful thing. It brings some joy to you. I mean, just the little things that I've changed in here just bring some joy to me. You know, it's a wonderful thing. Going around, switching the house around a little bit, doing something different. Just a little different. It brings a calm to the atmosphere. You know, it makes it feel like kind of like you're in a new space, even though it's the same old space. It makes it feel like you're in a new space. And that's refreshing. It really is refreshing. So I encourage that. We all have to do some changing. Let's start changing some of the things around us. And when we start seeing those things differently, we can start analyzing ourselves and seeing ourselves differently and start cleaning some of those things, that junk that we got inside of us. Those people that we got attached to us that we need to just let go. We need to let go. We need to get them off of us, get them away from us, get them off the boom. Yeah, because we only enable them. We're not helping their situation. We're really not. And as much as we want to be a part of the solution, we become a part of the problem when we do that. We really do. So we have to be conscious of that. We have to make better decisions when it comes to us and our well being. At the same time, when we're trying to help other people. At the same time, we can't put people before us. I mean, seriously. No. No, 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 no. You have to get you right. You can't do anything for anyone else if you're not right. And I tell you, um, part of that kind of had me a little down today. Part of that had me a little down today because I hate to see people in pain. Um, and that there's nothing I could do. And then also, there's so many things that I'm trying to do, so many things that I'm trying to focus on, and my time is being taken. Like it's hard to get a handle on it because there's so much going on, and I don't really have people to share that responsibility. And I have an assistant who shares my responsibilities with some of my business things, but in my personal life, I don't have anyone to share those responsibilities, so they all fall on me, and sometimes it's a bit much. I must admit, sometimes it's a bit much, but I just gotta roll with the flow, and go with the punches. And someone on Facebook, one of my Facebook followers was a moment ago, sent me sent a post to me, and I swear it was just what I needed. And it was to the effect that your energy is what makes you beautiful. And so, sometimes you tend to start questioning yourself. Like, am I really being all that I can be? Am I giving all that I can give? Am I living in my full potential? I go through that a lot. I really do. I go through that a lot because that's all I want. So I feel like if I don't see results, you know, um, that I'm not doing my part, that I'm not doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that I'm falling short in some ways, in some areas. And I have to stop thinking like that. I have to stop thinking like that and stop because I'm putting a lot of pressure on me. Stop putting all the blame on me. You know, people just not receiving. You're not to blame because someone doesn't want to receive what you give. That's not your bag to carry. And so seeing that post really lifted my spirits today because I was just feeling like maybe it's something that I wasn't doing, you know. And I try to make myself available to my friends, but I come to realize too that some of my friends that I'm gonna have to like reevaluate. It ain't really some; it's just a couple of them. Reevaluate my situation with them. I'm more of a friend to them than they are to me, and that's a problem. We don't need nor do we want that in our lives because that's draining. Every time you need me, I'm available to you. When you need to reach out or whatever, I'm available, so on and so forth. But then you could be having a bad day and it's hard to get in contact with you, don't get no responses when you reaching out, so on and so forth. What kind of friend is that? What kind of friend is that? Because see, you don't know what kind of day that I'm dealing with. You don't know what things are going through my mind and what's happening in my life on a day to day. And sometimes it's nice if you just reach back, you know. So we need to be mindful of that. So while we cleaning, we need to clean everything. We need to clean everything. And we're going to have this conversation over and over and over again about getting rid of people and things in our lives, because really the people and those things that we keep up in here cluttering our mind, those are things that's stopping us from progressing. So we got to stay on top of that all the time. That's a continuous conversation about getting rid of, letting go, because we have to. We have to, because we only hurt ourselves when we don't. We're on overload. We're on overload. And sometimes we take on too much. Too much. You got to know when to say when. You got to know when to let go. You got to know when to put people on the back burner. They put you on the back burner without a problem. I see that. I see that. You know. But whatever. It's all a part of my learning experience. You know. Things will get better. And to be honest, those people that don't, you know, those couple of people that don't value my friendship, trust me, I'm not losing. In the end, they're losing, because, like I said, I'm being more of a friend to you than you are to me. So what am I losing if I didn't never have it to begin with? I'm not losing anything. But you, on the other hand, gonna feel it when your well completely runs dry. You know, your calls go unanswered. Yeah. When your well goes completely dry, you're gonna be the one who feels it. So it's not gonna hurt me. And to be honest, all it is for me is a learning experience. All it should be for any of us is a learning experience, to show us that there are going to be people that's going to come and they're going to present themselves like one thing, but they're really something else. And they'll feed you some stuff and they'll tell you some stories and they'll, pump you up and have you thinking one thing when things are really the opposite. We listening. And that's all we got to do is listen. Listen, listen, and listen. And then we can sift through the truth and the lies. And once we done sifted through the whole scenario of the situation, most time we're going to realize that there was more lies in that than truth. We got to get away from that. We got to get away from that. It's all fine and good to give people chances. You never know. But at the same time, we can't be fools. Okay? We can't be fools. We got to be smart about this thing. So, change. Let's change. Change. Let's embrace change all the time, because it's very, very, very important. And it's what we need to keep us moving forward. It's what we need to keep us fresh, to keep our mind clear, our hearts pure, our souls, everything change. We got to let go of things. We got to let go of things. Everything that comes to us is not going to be positive. That's the reality of it. It may start out that way, but then soon as it start going to the negative, it'll start draining us. It'll start taking away from us instead of adding to us. And we got to be smart about this thing, and we got to recognize it for what it is and not be afraid. Not be afraid, because we're used to it. Because it brought us some comfort in the beginning. So what? Is it bringing you any comfort now? No. No. So we have to do something different. We have to change, right? And we have to make ourselves conscious all the time of what's going on around us and inside of us, with these people that we deal with in these situations that we're dealing with on a day-to-day basis, so that we can understand that this thing is not helping me, it's hurting me. Okay? So that we can make change in any area of our life, whether it's your home, your job, your friends, your family, whatever. Change. It starts with you. Everything begins and ends with you. So if you're unhappy, you have the power to change it. Okay? And anything you're uncertain of, the power of prayer works very well. And God will reveal to you all that you need to know. You don't have to be in the dark. We only choose to be in the dark because we don't ask for the light. That's the reality of the situation. But when we ask for the light and we accept it as what it is, we live a better life, more peaceful, okay? A life of understanding. And that's the life we all should want to live. So sometimes we got to let go and let him do what he do best. And he's going to show us. He's going to show us the way. All right? So let's embrace change. All right? You, me, us, we. We're embracing change. MJK.